too. I think their drafts were a little bit wonky, but it looked like Puppy was starting to figure it out a little bit later. I love draft wars between two top-tier captains.
Yeah.
Because they can determine so much more than people realize.
Well, speaking of the draft, if Viking GG are not favored in this matchup, nor should they be, they have been gaining some ground. They've been doing pretty well for themselves. They've been growing more and more, but they're going to have to overplay this matchup, and they're going to have to overdraft themselves into a winning position. Do you think they did that with this Game 1 draft?
I do like aspects of their draft. Let me say that. Like, I think that it is a very good Queen of Pain game outside of the Riki. Like, I think as soon as Boom gets BKB, he's going to feel real good in this game. And I think if it goes any reasonable length of time, I could see the Spectre carry. But I could also just see Secret running over them really quickly if their laning phase goes bad at all.
This is going to be a true test for Viking GG and whether or not they can stand up to some Tier 1 run-at-you aggression. And,
Zai actually gets that rune, but at top, Matama Man did not. And yeah, I think playing against Alliance, this goes without saying, but they are a very different team. Alliance is a lot slower pace. They revolve a lot more around one player and setting up for that one player. Whereas Secret will just run at you. They are one of the faster teams in Dota right now. We've seen some very quick games from them.
Pretty much all the best teams are, right? Like Virtus Pro has definitely taken that step. Secret, certainly. OG, obviously.
Yeah, everyone is starting to scale up in terms of speed. So that's what everyone is starting to learn in Dota, is that the faster you play, the better off you are.
So if Viking GG can stand up to Secret in this Game 1, it'll essentially prove that they can stand up to pretty much anybody.
Oh, yeah, this is
if you could take down Secret in an aggressive mode, then you could probably push the same teams like OG and Virtus Pro.
Yeah, this is a really good litmus test. I'd be excited to see how this one plays out because I think Viking, obviously, they played so well in their group, but now you get to play against, in my opinion, one of the top 3 teams left in the tournament. This would be feather in the cap for them for sure. Zai's getting really low. I think
he's dead. Oh, they didn't actually nab that last hit for Shad. I know he wanted it real badly. Yapzor may have to commit his life here to be able to get the counter kill into Solari. Shad, can you get the other kill here? Another dagger's coming up in a second. He'll be able to hit him, but it's not enough to finish Yapzor off.
Yeah, Yapzor has boots, and he even comes back for the CS. A little bit of a cheeky play.
Meanwhile, on the other side, we saw an early Orb of Venom pickup by the Mars. Really tried to punish Mataba Man as much as possible, and that's probably the way to do it. This is a kill combo between the Riki Grimstroke, but when they're not using that combo, you can try and get aggressive.
And it's this mid lane that I'm most curious about because I haven't played too much Nature's Prophet versus Queen of Pain. I think Nature's Prophet, though, is just overall a good laner right now. But let me say, Cap, he hates illusion heroes. He's against one of the best.
Get some of these last hits. Nisha is 6-6, so a lot more denies than Boom. But Boom,
Boom's got to be careful.
Careful. Oof.
He held a skill point because I think he was thinking of going dagger.
Yeah.
And that would have been quite the mistake.
Better at this point to be able to max out on your big AoE nuke and just get a CS advantage, right?
Yeah. Plus, he's not going to win the harass war, I think, against a Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
You don't want to... the worst part about dagger is the wind-up animation. You can get hit like twice by the Nature's Prophet and his treants. And also, you want it so that you can pressure his treants too. I think that getting dagger versus this hero won't feel that amazing because he can always just he gets one free TP back too. Yeah. So mana efficiency wise, you're not being very good. Whereas, you know, getting this second level of Scream enables him to hit quite a bit. Boom's got to be careful. He's actually out of mana.
He's got a Fairy Fire though. He should live through this shot.
Oh
and
my
Nisha
lord!
Won't want to die for more. And this is a very critical time because he was trying to go for a bottle. He had no regen coming in, so he's going to have to just walk back to base now.
Yeah, and this is 12 denies now for this Nature's Prophet, and he's catching up in last hits. He is doing real well for himself. Good news for Boom is that the lane was pushing in, so he won't lose too much CS. And I'd imagine a lot of these denies also are his own treants.
Yeah, I think so too. Because
so this is a bit skewed. He should be a lot further behind in levels.
Yeah, he's only about half a level up. Maybe a little bit more.
So Boom will likely just TP. He thought about, in fact, going towards that.
The Darkseer that's currently cutting waves. It'd be nice to punish him if it was
he's
easy.
Going down, and I think they're going to go for this play.
Okay, Nisha. Or sorry, Zai. He's going to be in some trouble here easily. Caught. Boom. Okay, this was kind of worth his time.
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. And it's not like Nisha got some crazy lead mid. He's still only halfway to level 6.
Yeah. And this should complete the bottle for Boom as well.
Yeah.
So.
You know what's really important about this game? It's not just that both teams are on the verge of elimination. It's that it feels like you have more to play for than some like qualifier. As hold that thought.
In some trouble. They tried to go for
dodge.
the spear, but dodged by Matama with the tricks of the trade. And the explosion of the Inkswell, even though it was hidden, does do the damage to Aramis to finish him off.
It's hard to get Secret to go like full try-hard mode. Like you heard in the interview with Heen, right? It's hard to keep the guys motivated sometimes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're treating this like kind of just scrims that might have some money attached at the end. And for Viking, how often do you get an opportunity to play against a Secret that wants to win, that wants to like get revenge? So you're gonna get, in my opinion, like one of the best versions of them.
So you're saying they like in order to get that Secret out of them, you need to take that game 1, or you
No,
feel
just
like
I think in general they're already here.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna be playing as hard as they can.
Nisha, he's picking up the pace now. Level 6, shows up to bottom lane, gets a kill off of the global Wrath of Nature, doing a good amount of damage.
Yeah, so far so good though. Good CS across the board for Viking. They're still winning in net worth.
But how do they stop this push?
Yeah, this is kind of the difficulty with their lineup, is they don't really stop that push very easily unless the Rubik rotates over, but I actually think it might be too late. Good news is
looking like it. Secret's already set up all around your tower. They've made camp.
Yeah, but there's one really good move that Boom did, and I really want to highlight this for all the pub players out there. He did not immediately TP mid, which I think with Queen of Pain and with the new TP, it's so important because the entire point of this hero is to counter gank lanes.
Mm-hmm.
If there's an opportunity for you to just scream ulti somebody on the map and get a free kill, you take that every single time.
Yeah.
And you ruin that by just TPing the lanes blindly. I really hate, especially because you have a mobility spell. Just blink twice, you know? Maybe you're late for like 2 CS, but maybe you can help set up like a base defense or something like that.
Does blink over and gets a double damage. He's trying to pressure that mid tower, but of course Nisha can just sit here, bottom lane, help get the tower.
This
and
is
then
what
leave.
I'm
But this is
talking
the
about.
counter gank. Boom shows up right as Nisha's leaving, and they get the kill onto the Darkseer.
Literally right there. That is a good play. Yes, you lose your tower, but you kill Zai, you get his courier, like you get the gold back instantly.
Against a Nature's Prophet, you're going to lose some towers. With this lineup, they just can't defend towers very
All
easily.
right, so here, I think he should just immediately start going back towards it. Don't farm those. That small count doesn't matter for you.
Yeah.
It's not even 7 minutes in, so you won't get the neutral item. But you want to set up the defense again. But I really hate when I watch my mid player in my pub games just, you know, blind TP towards lanes, and he's like, I got to shove this out.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. Counter gank. It's so good. And now he saves his next TP because inevitably they'll try to push a little bit towards top, and maybe if they go for some dive, he can get a counter kill. Voila.
Top lane, Aramis, he's certainly dead here. Spear actually pushing him a little bit closer to Aramis, who dies to the Inkswell explosion, plus Wrath of Nature coming in. Now Toby takes a small bit of damage here, but should be fine to CS under tower. They're going to leave Zai alone now that the tower's gone. We do have that global nature on Viking GG's draft as well. Shad has his level 6. Nice cookie stun on a Zai. He's going to get a lot of damage on a Zai for that now that the surge has run out.
Yeah, Zai has not had an easy time at bottom. If you look at his net worth, just way near the bottom of the pack, barely above his Grimstrokes. And Boom is going to look for a rune, and he really wants to rotate towards top if he can. In fact, he does not get it in time. And Nisha thought about the TP because he knows the blink is on cooldown. Plus they have a ward here. I really like what Secret did there, by the way. Both heroes went up for the rune at the same time.
This is a critical ganking time for the Queen of Pain.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
She gets the right rune, then she could really pop off.
Hypothetically, if that's not like an illusion, if it's like a haste rune or something, and she can go top for free.
Oh, nice timed spear is going to be able to push back the Riki.
You're just taking away the opportunities for her to get kill runes and go around the map and snowball. Like, that's what you really want to hard avoid if you're Secret. And it's the little things like that. Both heroes coming in to, like, deny her ward and stuff like that. Or her rune, I mean.
Got the treads, got the bottle, and is going to be working on a Yule's next, which won't necessarily help the best against the smoke screen, but he probably has to worry about an Orchid at some point from Nisha, right?
Yes.
Smoke up. Support rotation over, but there was a ward right there on the high ground. So
I actually don't know if he goes Orchid this game. It's pretty good against the supports, I guess.
Secret, they should know about this. Matamba Man, he may still get caught by it, though. The spear's going to go out, nails him to a tree. Now, Puppy's trying to position himself to get the Blink Strike up, but the stuns are going to last a little bit too long. The Sonic Wave pushing Puppy back. He's still going to get in there. Gets the stun
like a
out,
really
but
good
Boom
fight
is
for
doing
them.
a lot of damage to Puppy. Now it's going to be turning over to Nisha. Nisha teleporting into this, but it's a terrible fight for Secret. Viking GG, they take 3 and lose nothing.
That was a really nice arena, too. That was a lot of heroes trying to commit to saving this Riki, but unlikely to happen, and you just set up for the perfect Queen of Pain ult into Mars Arena.
I'm very confused why Secret got caught there in the first place, because they saw the smoke.
Yes.
They must have thought that they were stronger.
Oh, 100% they did, but Queen of Pain at this point in the game, max level of Scream, ulti, you're not fighting her.
Yeah.
And Boom plays her so well. Let me say, there's a reason why they keep picking this hero over and over for him, even though nobody else is.
Mm-hmm.
Just feels like he really understands his hero's timings and how to get active on the map.
Well, as you get active on the map, Nisha will try and take advantage of you being away from your tower, and that's what he's doing here, pushing in.
You want to save this mid tower at all costs if you're Viking. If you save this mid tower, then you can protect this ancient area for the Spectre, and it's not like it's being pressured anyways because it's a Darkseer, so they don't really have any hard disables. This is similar to their game 1 draft against OG, where I just feel like they didn't have enough playmakers. Nisha has to have a ton of net worth for this to be worth it. And Solari even finds the ward, although that ward had enough value already. Zai's pushing up bottom, and this isn't bad at all for the Spectre. He's going to farm this wave up, and now that he's got the Necronomicon and he has an early Iron Talon, which I think is one of the best carry pickups early on in the game, farming Ancients is a breeze.
The Iron Talon is on the other side as well. That's what Nisha's currently doing. He's stacked up an Ancient Camp 3 times.
That's pretty sick.
He's farming through that. The Wrath of Nature. It's going to do a lot of damage here. Does it land onto Toby? Push back. Inkswell explosion. Toby's dead. Aramis stealing the teleport. Oh, the silence doesn't get there in time. A close call, but Aramis does get out.
And I love that Viking are just bringing it to them right now. Playing very aggressively themselves. Playing on lanes, which I think is what you should do in this game. You shouldn't be worried because it's Secret. You should do the right things.
12-minute runes. Once again, they're setting up on both sides. A stun from Solari prevents the Treant from denying the Arcane rune, and Boom gets it.
You can see the amount of effort, though, they're putting in to trying to deny him runes, which I think is really cool. And they're consistently still doing it.
And Viking GG, in turn, counteract that effort.
Yes.
Which is really nice to see.
At some point, Boom is saying that every single one of his runes are being denied, and he needs them to feel like he can make plays, and he's right. That's how Queen of Pain operates. They might get a freebie here.
That sentry is going to reveal to Solari that he's dead. He's going to be chased down. Tricks of the Straight. I guess it's a pretty tanky support, so there's a small chance he can get out. He's good, actually.
He's good.
Matamba Man doesn't want to chase much farther.
No TP in from the Nature
top
Prophet.
lane. Speared to the wall. Puppy's dead. Nisha teleported directly into it, so he actually couldn't move anywhere.
That's twice now that Nisha's just found himself in the middle of the arena. And I heard Boom pop the,
there we go.
Kill runes, baby.
Yeah.
And he'll have it up again in 80 seconds.
Got to make use of that Arcane rune if you get it. Gets that kill. Maybe he can do some damage to the tower. Meanwhile, Matamba Man, sentries are everywhere, and they just spot him. Matamba Man's going to take some damage here.
He's got to be
600
careful.
health, tricks the trade to the other side of the river. Blink strike over. He is away to safety. But the top tower is going to die. It's actually going to go down relatively for free. Of course, the bottom tower had already died long ago, but still, the fact that Viking GG didn't really have to give up much map control or anything to get that tower kill is
No, not at all.
pretty important.
It's because they also saved their mid tower, and they've taken 2 engagements up there and sort of scared Secret into taking that fight. And they see Matama Man just rotating around the map with Zai. They're trying to set up this kill combo of like Ion Shell Matama Man, but he's not that scary right now. He doesn't have a single level of his smoke screen, which is pretty standard. But he's not that kill threat. Like the Queen of Pain isn't really a kill for him. Even the support you saw him struggle with.
Yeah, it's a little surprising to see him get active when most Rikis just want to keep farming until they have their Diffusal Blade.
Yeah, I feel like he's missing his timing pretty significantly. He's behind the Spectre by 2,500 gold almost.
3-man smoke up from Viking GG, going to play in that top lane. And if they could kill Matumba Man, then it would be fantastic for shutting down the Diffusal Blade and slowing down his timing even more.
Yeah,
Now,
so they scan on the wave so they know that, and it just ends before.
he's still around. They're going to pop the smoke now. Do they have a dust? They're going to reveal. There it is. Dust onto Matumba Man. Now, tricks the trade. Is he going to save him? But maybe this creep wave could with a blink strike. He's going to jump a little bit farther, but there is Boom, staying on top of him always. Meanwhile, counter gank from Secret.
This is important.
Other
You have
side
to
of the
not
map.
die as the Spectre here.
Shad, your team was off ganking. You need to dodge this one. Mass TPs are coming in. He's going to be pretty tanky for a while, but there's so many nukes coming in. He very quickly dies. Now the rest of his team. Oh, what
The
a rolling
stolen
thunder
Rolling
steal. Oh, Aramis, he just bounces in, kills 2. They're going to be able to get the Pango as well. And a spear locks down Puppy. What a rotation from Viking GG.
That's 5.
That's a 5-man wipe.
And the snore. Ooh.
Toby says, are these guys supposed to be good?
And I bet if they win this game or the series, Shad will say like, oh, I thought we were the favorites. Straight up. I don't know why people thought we were going to lose. They're up 5K right now, and I think that they have a much better late game lineup.
Oh, much better.
And we're going to see this move. The mistake from the Spectre here was if your team goes to this play, you immediately hide after they get they begin the kill, because you know that the opposite move is happening.
Yeah.
But it didn't even work out that badly for them
No,
at all. And in
and
fact, we come back into another death from Matama Man.
Okay.
There are so many wards and sentries everywhere, and they're just sticking together as a group. The supports from the side of Viking GG have done an excellent job of making sure they're taking away Matama Man's game. And now they have complete rune control. They might just decide to 5-man for this mid tower. They have all the space in the world, and in fact, they're just playing fast. Look at this. Every single time you find a rune on Boom, go get a kill.
Boom's going to find it. Puppy managed to get off the silence. It'll slow things down a tad. In fact, Puppy can re-silence him with Inks. Well, Boom is going to have to back off here. Blinks away. Nisha not going to go for that teleport. Viking GG supports, they did put a big premium on getting some of that early detection out. I just wonder if they're running low on it.
Yeah, and
unfortunately, we can't tell.
Their gold situation doesn't look the best either. You are committing quite a bit for this, but it's all for your cores. You prop your friends up. That's what you do in this life.
I mean, it's definitely worth it, right, to get, like, buy all these sentries right now and be a little bit low on them in 5 minutes, because this is one of the strongest timings of Secret. You've got
100%.
Pango with his ultimate, Mid-Nature's Prophet with the Blade Mail, who feels like he can just fight anywhere. This Riki still wants to move around, still not having that Diffusal Blade, and is at the same place he was like 3 minutes ago when we were talking about him.
Yeah, this looks just like a flashback. I kind of want to know what the ward vision is for Secret. Hold that thought. Viking are going to go.
It's all up in their own.
So, yeah, it's
jungle.
really defensive right now. Because they've been sentried so hard everywhere on the map, they're really afraid to place any sort of aggressive wards. And this usually tells me that one team is massively ahead.
Big pickup onto Yapsor.
And they're going to grab the mid tower with that, too.
Yeah, use the Rolling Thunder there just because the spell steal is about to fall.
And Boom just goes for it again.
Yeah, they're going for the kill in mid, and then he immediately rotates up to top. Now he runs into a ward, so he's like, okay.
He's going to find 2 D wards, in fact, if he blinks towards the left side.
Oh, yeah, there's a sentry right on top of that one.
Yeah, this the Secret team's going to have no vision right now. Yep, Boom's going to run into the other ward. That's
money right there.
That's more money. His team just got 300 gold, 340, and look at the defensive position. I mean, Puppy does not feel like he can get any wards anywhere right now. Like, this is not the vision that you ideally want.
Oh, Aramis. He found an Invis rune, and he said, I'm going to go on a little walk here. I'm going to see if I can find out where Matumba Man is farming. And he did find him. And he knows Matumba Man is playing somewhere around this. He pops out for a moment. Okay. They do have the dust. They're going to reveal him. Telekinesis, toss back. He steals Blink Strike, so he can keep up with this regain. There's just nowhere for him to run to. In fact, a spear straight to the face. Nails him to a tree. Matumba Man's dead again. Toby keeps on snoring. And the diffuser blade long gone. Boom, is able to remove that silence, and he's going to try and get this kill on a Puppy, blowing him up almost instantly. Oh, not quite enough damage there, and now he's a bit of trouble. There is going to be the help from the Sapphire, and look at him, he's put himself into a corner, and Yapster, he can't quite weasel in. He does manage to get one bounce to the low ground. Boom goes, and he gets knocked out. He's dead. Zai, though, is stuck inside the arena, while Shan is going to force Nisha to teleport out. They need to get this kill on the offlaner, though, to make it a little bit more worth it for them, and they should be able to. A spear will finish Zai off. That's a 1-for-3 trade. Once again, Viking GG, this is like the 5th fight in a row they've won.
And with that goal change that we see that is in effect, the loss of the Queen of Pain does not hit as hard anymore. Even though she was on quite the kill spree.
Yeah.
And Viking are really impressing me right now. They're doing a lot of things that veteran teams do. They're placing aggressive vision at all times. They're very aggressive about dewarding. Aramis might just die for this move, although people are coming in for this. He's just going to get speared.
Oh, no! The tree! It did not actually attach it to the tree. Aramis does die, and now Toby, low on mana, is going to have to retreat.
They do get double outpost, though. So they're going to win
nice.
a little bit more in the XP game.
And that's pretty important because this is the very experience-focused team, right? Like just the Spectre or just the Queen of Pain herself, right? Got to get those levels. Aramis, I'm going to watch this gank on Matumba Man again. Invis runes, in fact, power runes all around. Back into the game, though. Boom, in some trouble. Is currently silenced up, does have the haste rune. He's going to try and outrun this team. Blink over to the side. Another blink up in a second, and Matumba Man hits him once. Might be able to get the kill. He got the hit, but it wasn't enough. Boom. Thanks to all the kills he's been getting, has enough stats. He survived through it, and is away to safety.
And again, it's just your Spectre that you're trying to buy time for. In fact, he's going to get gone on here, but he's got Manta. Very unlikely that they get this kill.
Yeah, with the Necronomicon build, he's in a great spot. His team created so much space for him that he's been able to farm up really well, that he's keeping pace with the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, and this hero is an Alk of sorts, because he has everywhere in the map that he gets to TP to and farm. His ulti is probably the best farming mechanic that you can get. It just hits stuff and you get gold.
And then you've got Treants to take up Ancients for you, to run down lanes, maybe get some CS that way.
He's just holding on to his Fairy Fire.
So the fact that we have this Shad Spectre, this big late game hero, and he's in fact ahead in net worth over this Alchemist-like hero, goes to show just how far ahead Viking GG are. It's not just 6K. It's 6K with an impending victory of their late game advantage.
Yeah, all Nature's Prophet players will tell you, you want to be ahead on this hero because you don't come with the most amazing overall team fight. You're so single targety because your hero is your right click at some point. And so you need to be ahead by a significant amount. And you have so many tools to be ahead too. You get the global TP, you don't have to spend money on that. You have this aggressive farming tool. But Secret are getting aggressive on the map again, and that gold lead hasn't really swung too much forward, and they're starting to realize they want to play more aggressively on the lanes. So I'm liking this change from them. And they're not really losing any major objectives. No towers have been taken in a bit, no Roshan or anything like that, and that's Viking thinking to themselves that they have the superior late game, but anything can happen in Dota.
Oh, certainly, especially with we've seen some crazy comebacks in this tournament, with the OG one yesterday being rather notable.
I mean, this would be a sick comeback, though, if they somehow did it, because their Ricky's almost getting doubled up on.
Yeah.
Carry to carry wise. Like, all he has is a diffusal blade at 23 minutes. Like, that's still scary for support players, but the cores won't really care about this that much.
That's why you kind of have to force fights right now, right? You're just going to get farther and farther behind. So
Yeah, the Spectre just hits Ancients. They've done such a good job of protecting this bottom area for him, and they've set up that ward that it's really hard for Secret to take this area away from Viking. Like during that smoke, they would have had to like remove all the vision and then find a kill there or something like that for them to scare the Spectre into not coming bottom anymore. But because they don't really have the best kill threats anymore for him, this Orchid doesn't do anything to him, and they can't trap him in the trees. You have no real stun. It's really just smoke screen. Now he's going to go Abyssal Blade, so he can just one-tap somebody.
Viking GG playing very cautiously because they don't have any vision on Secret side of the map, so they're just not really seeing any heroes. They're a bit afraid of the smoke gank, and their defensive posturing was really well timed because there was that smoke gank that came on through. Secret didn't find anything. Now they're going to go for a 3-man smoke gank themselves as Boom is pushed out the top lane. They're going to smoke to him, expecting that Secret might make a move up to this top lane. Now the smoke's going to break. It broke on Puppey, who was a little bit farther up, out of a weird position. And the outpost does give the vision to let him know to teleport out.
They might still defend this fight. I think they should.
Yeah, they certainly are. Looks like Solari's going to be in some trouble here, but they got telekinesis into the spear, into the wall. Matumbaman being controlled up, but he does manage a blink stroke over the side, but he gets bopped by Boom. Taken down almost immediately. Nisha's going to go for the BKB, teleport out. He's probably fine, but Zai will not be. He tries to surge, run away, but a Yule Scepter dispels that quickly enough.
Roshan.
And another one fight for Viking GG, this time on Secret side of the map, this time right next to the Roche pit.
Doesn't look like they're actually going to go for it. In fact, they went towards bottom. No.
Yeah, Nisha's
Okay, now they go in.
hitting that tier 2. Looks like somebody made the call. It's fine. We can give up that tier 2 if we can get Roshan.
Yeah, that's a good call. This is finally a part of the map where Viking wanted to take a fight. They want to get an aggressive fight so they can either get the tier 2 at top or they get Roche, depending on how many heroes are left on their side. And that's going to be an Aegis for Shad. Okay. So the game becomes a little bit annoying since you lost bottom tier 2. As a team that's playing against Nature's Prophet, you really hate this. Because he can always have the option now of split pushing the map. But once you get Abyssal Blade on the Spectre, you can always do the haunt into killing him off real fast, or you can TP down, Abyssal Blade him, then haunt to the rest of the fight.
Right.
Like, you have options now because you have something that can cancel that BKB. Whereas before you did not.
So Nisha's going to have to pressure, like, basically only through treants, not with his actual hero.
He's just got to be a little bit careful of what his commitment to a fight looks like. Or just split pushing.
They found him. Nisha. He does have BKB. He's going to go for the teleport out, so
Yeah,
they're safe. It's fine.
No
Force
Abyssal
another
yet.
charge out. Yapzor will manage to get the Rolling Thunder out, and is he going to TP? Yeah, he's going to start TPing. Should be fine.
Something looks so funny about that.
Got some fresh items in the mix. Orb of Destruction, that's always a powerful one.
Yeah.
Be nice for Mars.
Secret are starting to become a little bit more bold on the map, though. I think they realize like how desperate their situation is. That's why even despite like the 3-man loss into like a 3-for-0 fight and Roshan, your gold lead only extended by 1k during that time. Like they're being really aggressive on the lanes at this point. I think Nisha especially has kind of realized the dire straits that they're in, and he needs to create space for his team. He has to abuse his BKB right now. But he also has to be careful because there's a lot of heroes down here and they don't have that much map control right now. Plus he doesn't have BKB.
Nisha, he is going to be in some trouble here. Tries to go over the teleport out. So they have any stuns. They're going to be able to silence him, push him back with the Sonic Wave, and he's dead just like that. Yapzor. He's trying to leave with the spider legs. He's going to cut his way through the trees. Another swashbuckle up in a second. Rolling Thunder in 4, so he is probably fine.
Yeah, and they're still searching for him. They guessed the right way, but I don't know if this is necessarily the best investment of your time. Trying to go for a spider-legged Yapzor. They're going to push out both waves, and this is going to prompt Secret to push in top really aggressively. And this is a good play for them to make, no doubt, but it also usually tells you that they just don't think they can fight anymore at all. Yapzor's trying to get away without having to pop his ulti, but now he's out of mana. He does have 2 mangoes.
You gonna pop
And he's
it,
just
Rolling
dead.
Thunder? No, he's just gonna die.
I think he should have committed to using the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, I was a little curious. Seemed to want to do anything he could to stop Viking GG from being able to get this bottom tower. And these are the kind of weird, desperate games you have to do when you're behind and you can sense like the enemy team's just getting more and more out of the map. You got to do these weird creep cutting shenanigans. You got to try and outmaneuver them on the map.
Yeah. So what Secret are trying to do is pretty like veteran play. They're trying to force the waves in at all times so that all the fights take place on the other side of the map so that they can gamble more. A lot of... Oh, hold that thought. Nisha going to get gone on. They've got Spectre Han for this too.
Vacuum is going to stall things up a little bit. Nisha does have his BKB. He's going to pop his Blade Mail and actually fight Boom here. Misses the Sprout. Aramis actually stealing the wall. The Yule Scepter goes down. BKB still available for Nisha. He's going to pop it now. Sprouts himself, teleports away, and there's no chance at stopping him there. He picks up a Shadow Blade as he returns back to the base. Viking GG move all their heroes to top, but don't get any kills.
But it is just about taking fights on the other side of the map. So that if you do win one fight with this Nature's Prophet, you can force a high ground attempt and force them to buy back, and then it's anybody's game. If Viking GG always push out the lanes back and they take fights like they did in Secret's jungle, that's where you start to see them take objectives and get a little bit closer to ending the game. And so for Viking GG, it's about pushing out the waves without dying and taking smart fights at all times. Like whenever you have the lanes pushed out, you have to try to inch forward for more.
Nice pickup here. Should lead into the spear stun. And I imagine that's going to be enough to get the kill on Azai. In fact, they even managed to get an okay steal there. Aramis has the Ion Shell now.
He's going to put it on Tobes.
Man, Toby does so much damage thanks to that Orb of Destruction and just his sheer high levels. He's level 19.
And it looks like they're going to force a high ground here. Their bottom wave isn't so pushed in that it's a threat yet.
We've got the Aegis and level 20 on the Spectre. Shushad is very tanky, and Toby can also, with the Bulwark, tank some shots now. The Aegis is going to expire now, but it looks like Viking GG don't really care.
Their lanes are too set up. Bottom doesn't have enough pressure. You're going to see Nisha start to TP there, but they've already lost the tier 3 tower.
Yeah, at this point, Viking GG can just commit to getting the lane of barracks and then save what they can at bottom. They're going to get the melee. Back up a decent amount now. What Secret really want to do is cancel some TPs here, but they can't get too close. Otherwise, they'll just lose more heroes. And it looks like as a whole, they're just going to retreat. The tier 3 tower takes about half its health away.
Very well played by Viking.
But the trade is super worth it for Viking GG.
And there's now a Deso on Toby. He's got a BKB of his own. And he's so farmed. They're all so farmed. And this game is looking pretty overcap. If it weren't for Secret, I would have said, like any other team, I'd say this is 99% done. But you give them a wide berth of respect.
Yeah, it's the OGs and Secrets of the world that you say, okay, this game is not done yet, but by God, it should be.
Dude, Viking have played so well today. This is not Secret, like, everyone will say, like, they choked, OG ruined them or something. But that would do a great disservice to them. I think they did such a good job in this game so far.
Yeah,
the way that they've warded, the way that Boom is rotated on the map, the adjustment change in strategy to start prioritizing runes more. Like all these little things, the way that they deal with waves, how they position their Spectre so that he owns the Ancients. I think this just looks really good for me.
Smoke up. They're going to try and go for the quick pick off on a puppy here. Now he does have the Glimmer Cape to try and protect himself from all that magic damage. He does manage to get off the Soulbind. Double Silence goes out, but they immediately BKB up. Go for the spear. Manage to land onto Zai. He's going to be taken out immediately, but over to the back line of Viking GG. They're being hit pretty hard. That's going to be Solari already dead. He immediately buys back. Boom's a little bit low, and without his BKB inside the smoke screen, he needs to be silenced up. Can they get this kill? The defuse blade goes out, and they do manage to get it. Backed up. Secret. Do manage to get some trade-off on the kills, and a gem on the ground. I believe that was Boom's that he had on him when he died. Shad trying to get away. Yapster looking to slow him down. With the buyback of Solari, though, it's probably for the best that Secret don't hunt for too many more kills. And even trade-off like that, with both fives buying back, is there anything else really lost in that?
No, that was not bad at all for Secret.
So 3 for 3 with fives buying back. At that point in time, it's going to favor the team that's behind, right?
Yes. even though they they got a little bit more XP. The gold lead, 5 gold. That's pretty negligible.
Aramis pinging that gem. It's going to be picked up now. So on top of going for 3 and having the advantage, they lost the gem as well. So
What's
clear
significant
win
there
for Secret.
is that Puppey got into the tree line, and he turned around and soulbinded, which forced Boom into BKBing earlier than he would have liked.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't in any real danger. All the damage dealers and the people that could have stunned him up were on the bottom side, taking the fight against the Spectre, the Rubik, and the Mars. But he still felt like he had to pop his BKB, which then forced them into a really awkward engagement.
I think they're gonna smoke up and hit him again, right as Nisha's coming back in. I want to make sure there's no wards around here first. Matama Man trading away his Wraith Band for a Mithril Hammer just to get that little bit of extra damage because he knows he needs every bit of it right now. The threatened Viking GG. Boom. He just blinked forward. They're going to go for it. Silence. BKB immediately popped and they're going to back out. They forced the BKB charge, cleanly escaped. It's not the dream use of a smoke, but it's pretty good.
They're going to re-engage because of the Mars ulti being down. Like,
yeah,
they want to
Mars
still
ulti
hunt on
and
the map.
BKB. It's a good time to fight.
Almost feel like they need a blink now on Toby. Like another form of initiation.
Mm-hmm.
But he's loath to give up any of his items right now. Like, Soul Ring, it's actually a pretty important item on him. Like, he loses his mana so fast against the Riki when he doesn't have BKB up. And his entire combo set, like, to repeatedly use it. They're going to check. They do indeed confirm with the tricks of the trade. The courier's dead. Roshan's in there. And this Nature's Prophet is getting pretty massive.
Yeah.
He's almost got a lot of different options. He's going to get the Bloodthorn for himself. Then he can pick up the Satanic if he wants to replace the Wand. And it's pretty easy for him to 1v1 fight the Spectre with the Silver Edge too. If Spectre messes up.
It was a 90-10 game. Now 85-15. Still a huge hill to climb for Team Secret.
Oh, for sure. But you can see how they can win fights.
Yeah.
Which is the scary part.
Being caught here, that's going to be really important. The telekinesis, all the damage flooding in before he can get a chance to pop his BKB. And at this point, it's too late for him to pop BKB and go for the teleport out. They're going to try and go for the +1 kill. They found Puppey, but he had already teleported away before they can get a stun.
That's pretty significant because they now traded Haunt for that. And if Nature's Prophet, does he have buyback?
He does not.
He does not have buyback. Okay.
He will have buyback in 35 gold, though.
Viking don't know that. And so they could just... there's not really a lot of place for Viking to make. Like, they can go for this ambitious Roshan, but if they lose that fight...
They're trying so hard to find the extra kill. Boom is going to pop his BKB. They are going to be able to get the Arena Spear. Soulbind onto the 2. Looks like both of them should die in the Sonic Wave, and they do. Boom gets the double kill.
And now you've set up for the Roshan. Puppey is dead for 67 seconds. He's going to take control of the outpost. All their lanes are in a really good position. They made sure to push in that bottom wave as hard as they possibly can. So there's nothing that can really be done about this anymore. This is the Aegis cheese. They've brought the gold lead back into the double digits. We're at 10 now.
Solidifying their lead once again. And Aegis and Cheese, another chance to push high ground, perhaps.
Yeah, Yapsor is going to cut the wave. He's got to be careful. He does have Yule Scepter, but he's going to get lifted up.
He's trying to do those cheeky things. He does have Yule Scepter to remove that silence and a swashbuckle. He's going to try and Rolling Thunder away at the same time. Goes the other direction, but a Yule Scepter cancels that. A reattempt, but this time there's no way out. Too much physical damage.
And they might just push down mid. You're going to see Toby come cut bottom wave once to make sure that... they can't do any of these lane shenanigans, which I think is really good. But he's got to be careful. They've got Silver Edge. They do have ways to kill him.
Yeah, they certainly do. And Toby, he's going to feel that. A BKB goes off, but he can't really protect himself. There's so much damage.
That was greedy. Matama Man was just waiting there.
They just need to get out. Nisha, do not get greedy for this. This was a huge pickup for you. He's going to try and stick around with his silver. It's
They
going to
bought
go
that.
back in. Oh, what a vacuum. What a wall. They go back in. Abyssal Blade onto Puppey. They're going to try and take out the support first, while Matumban with his BKB is going to do something similar. Goes for Aramis. Turns on the Solari. Tricks the trade on out. A lot of AoE damage. Here comes Yapzor from behind. Doesn't nail anybody. Hits the Spectre now. They're going for the Queen of Pain. The BKB is about to wear out. He's been hit by the Rolling Thunder. Can they keep him inside? No. There's not going to be enough. And now the damage turns around with the Solari damage coming in from his ultimate, as well as Shad pushing forward. Secret have to play a bit of distance here.
If they
Back
could get
over to the
Nisha.
other side, Nisha no longer having his BKB, speared up, he's just dead. Secret thought they had a dream engagement there with a vacuum wall, but Viking GG are too strong.
Looked like a really good fight, but Toby buys back, had the gold for it. Secret decided to gamble. They were hoping that he didn't. Maybe they could have won the team fight off of that. But what a nice engagement for them. And another lost team fight for Team Secret. And with the lanes being in such a good position, the Nature's Prophet, he does have his own buyback, but it won't matter. He
They
wants
still
it
have
for the base
Aegis.
defense.
They
Yeah.
still have cheese.
And they have Mars Arena back up.
A perfect opportunity to close out this game. Now there is a buyback from Nisha available.
Yeah, he's waiting for an overcommitment first.
Inkswell, double soul binds on out. They try and go for the silence. Shadow's going to take a lot of damage here. The Rolling Thunder, they might just be able to take that first life away from the Spectre with some serious commitment. Shad's still a little bit low. Looks like Matumban wants the back line, but Sonic Wave, now he's been telekinesis, controlled up in the air. He's not going to be able to jump away. They do manage to kill Toby again. He's dead for 2 minutes. A vacuum
Spectre's
back into
being
the
pulled
wall.
back
The
in.
stolen wall, though, from Aramis. He got that out, and now illusions on both sides are going to flood the battlefield as Shad managed to get away thanks to his dagger over the Sprout. He is away to safety. He's going to teleport out, and he can come back in. He has his haunt. If Secret were to overextend right now, it could just be the end of the game.
They want it back, though. They don't want to do this 4-on-5. No reason to risk it. They've used all their buybacks. They got quite a bit of gold. Just reset the map now.
They've got their level 25 talent for the Queen of Pain. You've got the Fear. You still have that cheese. So he could give that one away to the Spectre if he wanted.
And that Mars, though, he dies so quickly, Cap.
Yeah. Dobie, he's got to be a bit careful.
He needs armor.
Yeah, he went for the 25 damage talent over the 8 armor. He thought this game was just about bursting people down, and it did work at times. Abyssal Blade onto Puppey. That's going to be freebie. 50 seconds on the clock for him. And boom, looks to poke at Secret a little bit more.
This Spectre does not feel that scary, though. You can see a way that they can pull him in and just hold him in place.
Kite him around, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't feel that that big of a late game threat quite yet. And Shad gonna get caught.
Come up. He's been broken. They do manage to get off both the Manta and BKB, but he's already
He's
down
low,
to half
though.
health. Shad, he's got to be careful. He's laying into the blade mail damage right now. He pops his cheese and now pops his haunt. Chaos there is now Shad's going to go back in. He sees an opportunity to try and take on Matumban, but he gets away with his BKB. An opportunity to turn back in, but Nisha, controlled up by
That's
the
his
fear, isn't
buyback.
able to do anything. Matumban trying to jump away, trying to escape, and boom, he's on the hunt. They're going to go for Yapzor instead. An easy kill at that because Nisha's dead. What is one Matumban possibly going to do against a horde of Vikings pushing into your base?
17K gold lead, 38-14. I mean, this game's
GG
just
is
over.
called Game 1. Viking GGs, they take the early lead in this best-of-3 series.
I forget who are supposed to be the favorites because
Well,
I just
right
saw an
now,
ass beating.